What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This video is about sovereign states owning football clubs and how has it shaped football as it is today. Firstly, what is state ownership and which clubs are owned by sovereign states? Well, it all started in 2009 when the Abu Dhabi group, worth £600 billion, bought a small football club up in Manchester called Manchester City and instantly turned them into a powerhouse. Then you have the Qatar State Investment Group, worth £400 billion. They bought a club in Paris, PSG, and turned an insignificant football club into another powerhouse. Now this past year, you have a football club like Newcastle United who are struggling and fighting relegation every season. Then whoosh, in one move, they become the richest football club in the world because the Saudi Arabia Sovereign Fund, probably the richest private fund in the world, worth £800 billion or more, decided to buy this struggling club, Newcastle. So we got to look at why are they buying these football clubs? Is it just pure love of the game, or are there more hidden reasons? One of those hidden reasons is to improve the relations between Middle Eastern countries and the Western world, and their plan to move away from their dependency of their oil and enter the capitalistic world of globalism. See, during the 20th century, Middle Eastern countries like Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Kuwait, Iran, to name a few, discovered that they are sitting on top of an obscene amount of oil. And they use that oil to create petroleum and other fuel types to achieve incredible high economic growth within 50-75 years. Now, about 100 years later, the oil is running out, and some of those billions and trillions of pounds made by those countries were collected and put into a sovereign investment fund. And because all these countries are sovereign states with one dictator ruler with no democratic elections, the people of those nations do not have a say in where those countries' investment funds go. So the countries really have free will to do whatever they want. And they have spread it all around the world in all different sectors such as finance, real estate, commerce, sports, and football entertainment, which is at the heart of the more visible investment and public relations. Now, in the last 8 years, European football has seen a growth of 65% in operating revenue, and the sovereign states are benefiting from this growth. Certain sectors such as aviation, tourism have seen massive growth from their association with football. You got Qatar Airways that has multi-deals with many clubs including Barcelona, and then same for Emirates Airline, who dominate Arsenal by being on their shirts and having their stadiums named after it. And then you also got Etihad Airways sponsoring everything about Manchester City. The benefits of these are, of course, that the fans from all around the world wear these club jerseys, and naturally it promotes Emirates, Qatar, Etihad Airways, giving exposure and brand awareness. Now these airlines are now considered prestige because of their association and brand increasing through football. However, let's be real, the countries, sovereign states, are not too concerned about their revenue growth through football operations. The real big advantage for these Middle Eastern countries is that they gain soft power on the Western world. Soft power is defined as the ability of a country to persuade other countries of its people to do what they want without force or coercion. For example, Vladimir Putin told Roman Abramovich to buy Chelsea Football Club, which is in West London, and with this, they would get Russian oligarchs into the rich society of England via the country's greatest love, football. And then Russians were more easily able to buy real estate, hotels, businesses in London and England. Russian billionaires were soon all over English society and English politics, media, journalism. All in all, it helped improve Russia's images from its corruption amongst its rich billionaire oligarchs. And this is exactly what these rich Middle Eastern countries are doing by buying the football clubs. No doubt, football is now inflating at an unsustainable rate because of this influx of money from the Arab countries. Clubs are spending more money than ever before on football players. Players' wages have grown more than ever before. Sure, Man United Real Madrid used to break the transfer record all the time previously, but it was money that they had earned and it was within their financial capabilities, whereas clubs like Man City and PSG are spending money out of their owners' pockets and not much through their actual earnings. You got PSG who spent 200 million on Neymar and Mbappe each, and that's totally distorted the market, and players' values have risen beyond imaginable. So where does the morality of all of this lie? These countries are dictatorships, and they have terrible human records, human rights abuses, terrible financial corruption, and football is being used by them as a tool for darker purposes.